What he wants to do is save the steel industry. He wants to save us from what Biden did to us. Leveraging Biden's weaknesses, China and Russia would transship steel through Mexico and Canada. Japan, amidst its declining domestic demand, would target the American market with high-value specialty steel products that undercut U.S. producers. Canada's government put nearly $1 billion into ArcelorMittal's facilities, and what they did was they transitioned their outdated blast furnaces into modern direct reduced iron electric arc furnaces to create better steel at lower prices. These massive government subsidies in Canada gave Canada's national steel champion an unfair competitive advantage over our own steel companies. I can tell you more about it, including what Mexico did to us under Biden. I can tell you what South Korea did to us under Biden. But you need to know the bottom line. What are tariffs and how do they work and who pays for them? Do you know that domestic steel capacity utilization has dangerously dropped to 74%, well below the sustainable 80% threshold that we need to make sure that we can make enough steel for our military and national defense in general. America's aluminum producers have been equally hard hit. Australia has doubled its primary aluminum exports to the U.S., while foreign competitors, including adversaries like China and Russia, aggressively have used transshipment loopholes through Mexico and Canada to evade and circumvent tariffs. That is why Trump acted this week to impose tariffs on steel and aluminum. As imports have surged, domestic aluminum production has fallen by 30%. Listen to this carefully. Smelter utilization rates have dropped to nearly 50%. In June of 2022, who was president then? In June of 2022, Century Aluminum idled its Hawesville, Kentucky smelter. Alcoa announced the permanent closure of its Washington State Intalco smelter. In March of 2023, while magnitude 7 metals in Missouri curtailed operations at its New Madrid smelter in early 2024, it's one thing after another. The country was dying under Biden, and it all reduced the number of active primary aluminum producers in the U.S. So to strengthen and reinvigorate our pillar steel and aluminum industries, President Trump has reinstated the across-the-board 25% tariff on steel imports and raised the aluminum tariff from 10% to 25%, while eliminating all country-specific exemptions and alternative agreements. You got to hear about China and Russia, because they and other foreign nations, including some you never heard of, were using Canada and Mexico as transshipment hubs. The Trump 2.0 tariffs are going to ensure that all imports, regardless of their processing location, are going to be subject to tariffs through the use of North American melt and pour and smelt and cast standards for steel and aluminum, respectively. I think you've got the picture. Trump is 100% right, okay? The Trump 2.0 tariffs crack down on the shell game of using derivative products to evade tariffs. We're going to be stronger and we're going to be wealthier thanks to Donald Trump. I'm Michael Savage, and I'll be right back with more right here on the Savage Nation.